Astro. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Yeah.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, totally 100% sober CEO here. And welcome back to the Fiasco NASCAR series here at Talladega for race 9 of the season. We're itching up towards the end of the season. After this, we will have 3 races left. I'm very excited to bring these last few races to you guys with the starting lineup. Alex Nieto is on pole, Bob Ross, Wigglestiff, Perales, Olsen, our points leader, Shackelford, Bunch, Wilson, Venegas, and Freddie Martinez rounding out the top 10. Then we have Alex Cooper, Torcolo Smigums, Fiasco, Means, Hernandez, Pagan, Luna, Lopez, Riguez, and Grivna rounding out the top 20. And then the rest of the lineup: Grivna, Borges, Sambon, Callaway, Jay, Torres, Kruzmaki, Barrero, and Jade Pagan rounding out the field. And here we are at Talladega Superspeedway, our second and last Superspeedway in our schedule. Green flag is out in the air. Alex Nieto leads them to green. So what I'm going to try to do for these next few videos is that I'm going to try to finish the season this week. I want to hit these races back to back to back to back, go on a spree, get the season over with so we can start the Season 2 signups. Season 2 is going to have a lot of changes. It's definitely going to have a longer schedule. We might, and I'm saying this, you guys will hear it first, we might have a second series if the Season 2 signups fill up really quickly for the Fiasco NASCAR series. And we might have a little bit of a rebrand, we'll see. So coming out of turn 4, our points leader Eric Olsen in that number 8, already establishing dominance here at Talladega Superspeedway, cutting down low into tri-oval to block the 34 of Manny Venegas. He is going to lead the first lap here at Talladega. Will he be able to go back-to-back? Actually, he didn't go back-to-back. He won the race at Phoenix. And then last week, Eric Lopez took the win at Texas. He'll be looking for a back-to-back. No one in the Fiasco NASCAR series has ever won back-to-back races, but Eric Olsen is the only 2-time winner in this series. As you see here, he falls a little bit further back. Manny Venegas took the lead on the backstretch, but then he concedes it to Los Fiasco in that 2. But then Fiasco gets pushed up to the middle in the tri-oval. Fernando Luna in that number 10 Ford is looking to take the lead, coming to the line. Will he be able to lead the lap? Yes, he will. He's being pushed by the 17 of his good friend Sean Riguez. And the number 3 of Adi Borges is riding that bottom line. The bottom line is extremely dominant here at Talladega. But when you're riding the bottom, when you head onto the backstretch and come out of turn 4, your car really wants to drift up into the middle of the track. So you really need to have a lot of driver skill to be able to hold it along the bottom. This is definitely going to be a race where blocking and bottom feeding is going to get you the win. So we see here Adi Borges in this 3 car, holding the lead for a good while. We are on lap 8 of 19, trying to go for the block in the middle of turn 1 and 2 on Manny Venegas in that 34 car. Unable to get it done, she's going to get pushed up to the middle, hoping to keep up speed, getting pushed behind by Christian Torres. And we take a little bit of a view from the helicopter. It is a 2-way battle for the lead. Manny Venegas is getting a little bit more help from Los Fiasco in the 2, I believe that is, coming out of turn 4. Will they be able to lead the lap? And he just gets barely beat by the 2 of Los Fiasco. And Los Fiasco gets pushed up to the middle a little bit, trying to block Freddie Martinez in that 24, cutting it really close, cutting across his nose, but he's able to keep him back coming out of turn 2. And you see right there, the aerodynamics just want to push the car up the track in the middle. So it's going to be extremely challenging. If you're in the lead on the last lap, you need to bottom feed and block like you've never blocked before to be able to hold on to that lead for the last lap. You see, they're almost going 4 wide in the middles of turns 1 and 2, but they're able to keep it straight. That's the great thing about the Fiasco NASCAR series. So much close racing, and you never know if these guys are going to wreck or not because they're just so good. So here we are on a lap 11 and 19. It's a really short race here at Talladega Superspeedway. Everybody is in single file right now. You know, it's 3 wide towards the back of the pack, but for the most part, it is 2 wide. With Jade Pagan in the 56, the man who almost won the Daytona 500 until Eric Olsen turned him coming out of turn 4, is now in the lead. He has his arch nemesis and points leader in his rear view mirror on the bottom lane. He is in the middle looking for some drafting help from Jose Hernandez in the 7, but he's not going to quite get it. But Jade Pagan is going to come down on his arch nemesis. Not quite. He sticks his nose in there, so he needs to stay up on the top. If you're in the top lane on this track, you are definitely going to lose a lot of speed and maybe find your way in the back of the pack in a few laps. So the middle and the bottom lane are definitely dominant here at Talladega. Kenny Callaway in that 88, he got a win at Dover. Bob Ross in the 33 got the win at Richmond. Caruso Kruzmaki in the 18 got his win at Charlotte. All of these guys have won races already, but Alex Cooper in the 00 has yet to win a race. He is one of these late entrants in the Fiasco NASCAR series. Got his debut in at Dover and has been running pretty well so far. So you see he's running on the bottom here, trying to take the lead from Bob Ross, coming to the stripe, and he does. He's able to lead the lap, but Cameron Barrero, he was close. He was running really well last week at Texas, but then he absolutely got taken out. He has gone through some of the hardest wrecks I have ever seen in NR2003. I'll tell you what, man, he almost died at Phoenix, and then he absolutely died at Texas. And here he is running up front at Talladega. This man has no quit in him. But Eric Lopez, last week's winner, he's trying to go back to back. He is taking the lead here at Talladega, but behind him is a hungry Torkalo Smiggums, who has come so very close to winning races. Last week he was in 3rd place, prime position to get the win at Texas, but then he blew his transmission or something on the restart, and he was unable to get a good finish. But he is on the inside here, coming out of turn 2 at Talladega Super Speedway. But behind him is the 48 of Tim Wilson. Tim Wilson has competed in every single race, but he is still last in points, looking for his first solid finish of the season, trying to get a lot of points, hoping to at least get a top 20 by the time this season is over. But the points leader Alex Nieto is on the bottom in turns 3 and 4, being pushed by Dario Perales and Adi Borges, and behind them is Manny Benegas in that 34, who has also come close to winning a bunch of times. And now 5 laps remain here at Talladega. Adi Borges is on the inside of Dario Perales, who had taken the lead a few laps back, and she gets pushed up to the middle of the track as Christian Torres in that 26 is able to take the lead, coming onto the backstretch with 4 laps remaining. Him and Chris J in the 26 and the 22 have not had the best seasons so far. They had okay starts, but then they start getting caught up in wrecks week in and week out. But Brian, the corn boy Pagan, he has 2 poles already this season. He's still looking for that first win. It has been eluding him all season long, but he's on the bottom lane here at Talladega, and he's going the bottom feed coming out of turn 4. Hopefully hold on to it, but he gets pushed up to the middle as he tries to proc Chris J in that 22, but he has another Penske car down below him. Los Fiasco still being pushed by Sean Riguez throughout this entire race. As we come to the strike, there are 3 laps remaining here at Talladega. There's been so much close racing throughout the entire race. I'm surprised we still haven't been able to see the big one. And coming out of turn 4, about to hit the stripe for 2 laps remaining, there's 3 wide racing throughout the entire pack. It is absolutely insane. Kenny Callaway is looking for his 2nd win of the season, but Cameron Barrero is looking for his first. Caruso Kruzmaki, Fernando Luna, Los Fiasco, Brian the Corn Boy Pagan, Eric Olsen, our points leader, is on the bottom 4 rows back. Any of these guys can win this race. There's only 2 laps remaining here at Talladega, and if the caution comes out now, it is over. The race is getting super intense, 3 wide throughout the entire field. These guys are running so incredibly close, almost pushing 4 wide for the lead. Eric Olsen is on the bottom of the track, and will he be able to go for a block? He's going to shift up a little bit towards the middle lane, trying to block the 10 of Fernando Luna, but Bob Ross is on the outside still with a head of steam. But below them is John Wigglestiff in the 9 Chevrolet, and we are coming to the stripe. 1 lap remaining here at Talladega. Who is going to walk away with the win? Everybody's just perfectly single file, 3 wide. The big one could happen at any moment, but it doesn't matter because we're going to finish this lap no matter what. We're going to race back to the line. John Wigglestiff is taking the lead, coming onto the backstretch. He has half a lap to go. Kyle Busch had a head of steam on that bottom line, but Alex Cooper goes down to block and also gets a push from the 13. Eric Olsen is on top trying to push the 9 of John Wigglestiff, but it looks like Alex Cooper in that 00 might have too much of a run on that bottom lane. He just needs to bottom feed for 1 more corner. He just needs to block Wigglestiff in the middle, come down, knock off that air that the 13 is getting from the draft. And Alex Cooper, after starting the season late, he gets his first career win in the Fiasco NASCAR Series here at Talladega. An amazing performance by Alex Cooper. I'm pretty sure he went from like 11th to 1st within 1 lap. That was insane. So Alex Cooper gets the win, then it's Bunch, Shackelford finally with a good finish. Wigglestiff, Means, Kruzmaki, Olsen, our points leader, still gets good amount of points. Hernandez, Luna, and Sambon round out the top 10. And here we are on the standings. Eric Olsen is 24 points up on Jose Hernandez. That is almost 1 full race, because when you win, you get 25 points. So these guys absolutely need Eric Olsen to have a bad race next week at Rockingham if they want to stand a chance to catch him before they get to Homestead, Miami. So we have Hernandez, Borges, Kruzmaki, Bunch, Callaway, Wigglestiff, Ross, Cooper, and Benegas rounding out the top 10 in the standings. If you guys did enjoy that video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss any notifications whatsoever. And I will see you guys for the next race at Rockingham.
Just wishes I could be a different kind of sinner. When bullets meet the opposition, man, no one's a winner. Fucking up, I swear to God that I'll change it. Give me a chance to win your love and I'll take it. Part of me just wishes I could be a different kind of sinner. When bullets